What is up, everybody? We're back here at King Film Sports for the NFL Week 8 betting locks and game picks. And a reminder that we will have 10 betting locks in this episode, so stay tuned for all those. But first, we have to recap the NFL Week 7 that was. A pretty mid-week from us, to be honest. Had the Cardinals on Thursday night, and then a big Giants money line play. Also with the Seahawks +7 and won outright. Barely hit the Steelers in that ugly Sunday night game, but lost on the Falcons, who dropped their first game against the spread this season. Colts looked terrible in that one at the Titans, and then the Niners lost as well as the under in the Patriots-Bears game. So all in all, plus 0.3 units because we did pick up some units on the juice because of the Giants being plus money against the Jags. Which gets us above 5 units overall in the season. Game picks were not too good, only 63 and 44 on the young season, but we will improve that there. So now we get into a wild Week 8, and the first Thursday night game looked very appealing before the season started, but now these two teams haven't gotten out to great records. Ravens at Bucks. You've got to take the Ravens minus the 1.5 here. I mean, I wanted to think of a way that I could take the Bucks plus money here, but there was just no way that I could do it. I mean, this Tampa Bay team, 3 straight weeks, has just abysmal on offense. I mean, you're losing to the Panthers with P.J. Walker, and they got dog-walked in that game. It wasn't even close in the fourth quarter. So their defense plays all right. I don't think they're going to do a lot to stop Lamar Jackson, but it's really just that Bucs offense with Tom Brady. You got to wonder about the distractions at this point in the season and how that is affecting the team's play. So at this point, you just cannot trust this Tampa Bay team, even though they're at home. I will take the Ravens minus 1.5 there. I think that's a good play on Thursday night. Next game, we go to the Bears and the Cowboys. In this one, I will gladly take the 10 points with the Bears. Didn't know I would be saying that coming into this week, but the Bears looked great on Monday night. Justin Fields actually playing good football, and that Bears defense has been pretty solid throughout this season. I don't think it's going to be easy for that Dak Prescott and Cowboys offense to just move the ball. It was actually pretty tough for them against a horrible Lions defense. So I think it's going to be a struggle for this Cowboys team to get above 20 points in this game. And if Justin Fields looks like he did against the Patriots on Monday night, I think we could have a very close contest, and the Bears could grab this upset here. Next, we go to the Dolphins at the Lions, and this is a complete trap line here. They want you to take the Dolphins -3, but I'm going to do it. I mean, Miami is just a superior team. Don't get me wrong, Miami has not looked good since Week 3 when they upset the Bills. They're 1-3 in that stretch, and even the Sunday night win with Tua just did not look very good. Steelers dropped a bunch of interceptions, but the Lions are just the worst team here. You cannot trust them to do anything, let alone win games. I mean, they just made so many costly mistakes over this entire season, and that Cowboy game really epitomized it. They played with the Cowboys. I mean, it was just some costly errors in that game that did them in, and it wasn't even close at the end of the game. I think it was 24-6. That just displays that they cannot win games in this league. So give me the Dolphins here, the better team. Even though they're on the road, minus the 3 points, I think they cover that spread there. Next game, we get to the Raiders and the Saints. 2 2-win ball clubs at this point. Give me the Raiders -1 in the hook. They got to go on a run here, and I just think they're a better team than this Saints team. I mean, Andy Dalton just gave away that Thursday night game against the Cardinals with 3 picks. 2 of them being pick sixes at the end of the first half. I know the Raiders defense isn't too good, but this Saints defense has not been playing up to what it is capable of. And that Raiders offense really got it going against the Texans last week. So I think that this one might be a bit of a shootout, but I trust Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs a lot more than I do that Saints offense. So give me the Raiders -1.5 there. Next game, we go to the Keystone State Special. Give me the Steelers +11 against the undefeated Eagles. I know the Eagles are coming off the bye and they're at home, but I like the Steelers defense to keep this one close. They really clamped up on the Dolphins offense late in that game. Dolphins didn't score any points in the second half, And I think that the Eagles might jump out to an early lead here, similar to how Miami did. But I think Kenny Pickett, I don't like him a lot in this spot as a rookie early on. He's prone to a lot of mistakes, but I think he can keep it close, one possession type football game. And I think the Eagles are riding a little too high here. Steelers a little on the lower side, 2-5. So I think this one has heavy upset potential, but give me the Steelers to at least get in that 11-point margin. Next game, we go to an AFC South matchup, Titans and Texans. And someone please explain this line to me. I know this is going to be a very square play, Titans -1, but I just have to do it. The Titans are the better team by a lot. I know the Titans aren't as good as in prior seasons, but this Texans team has not been good by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, Davis Mills has not looked too good this season so far, and that defense just got hemorrhaged by the Raiders' offense. You got to think that the Titans will be able to take some of that and use it this week. I mean, they have Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill is playing all right, and the Titans have been winning ball games. All you're asking them to do -1 is just win the game, and they're a 4-2 team, and I think that they will continue winning over a Houston team that's only won one game. So give me the Tennessee Titans to win that one, -1 point in Houston there. Next game, another wacky line. Commanders, you can get them at +3, but let me just take the money line at +130. This line makes no sense. For those who don't know, the Commanders are without Carson Wentz, who they were last week as well with Taylor Heineke, but they were able to upset the Packers at home. The Colts lost in Tennessee last week with Matt Ryan. He played so bad that he's going to be benched for the remainder of the season, and for now they will be starting Sam Ehlinger, who has never started a game in the NFL. I'm just taking the Commanders because I know what I'm going to get out of Taylor Heineke. I mean, he's arguably better than Carson Wentz. He's always comes to play when his number is called. And Sam Ehlinger, I know he had some moments in the preseason, and I watched him a lot in college, but I just do not know what I'm going to get out of him this week. I just trust this Commanders team a little bit more here in the season, and you're telling me I'm getting plus money on the money line. I will take that every time. Give me the Commanders +130 there. Next game, we get into divisional matchup, Niners at Rams, and you know where I'm going on this one. Niners -1. This is a desperation spot. 3-4, dropped 2 straight games, and this is a team that has Super Bowl aspirations with Christian McCaffrey, who they just added. They've got to play better ball in all facets of the game. The offense left a bunch of points out there against Kansas City, and their defense got absolutely torn up. And I think this is a good matchup for their D-line to bounce back against a bad Rams O-line. Remember the last time these two teams played in Week 4, the Rams just got mopped. The Niners' physical nature just took the game over. They were able to run the ball all over the Rams, and the Rams O-line couldn't stop anything there. So give me the Niners to win this one in SoFi. I think they'll have a lot of fans, and I think they need this one, and they will get it. Next game, we got the Sunday night game. And I don't like taking the Packers here, but when you're giving me 12 points in a Sunday night matchup between Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen, I've got to take it. So give me the Packers +12 in Buffalo. I cannot explain why the Packers have been so bad, especially offensively. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has just not looked himself. I know they're without Devontae Adams, but they should not be this bad losing to teams like the Giants, Jets, and Commanders. I mean, they have to bounce back at some point, and I think here on national television, there's no way they get embarrassed again. That's just my thinking here. I do respect the Bills. I think they are the team to beat in the NFL thus far, but I like Green Bay to make it a semi-close ball game. I mean, there's so many ways they can cover this spread. It's literally 12 points, so hope that they do that there on Sunday night. Next, we get to the finale on Halloween, the Battle for Ohio on Monday Night Football. And in this one, give me the Bengals -3 points. This Browns team is just in shambles. Lost 4 straight games. Jacoby Brissett is just not playing great football. I know Nick Chubb has been pretty good on the ground this season for this team, and that's been their main source of offense. But that's not going to beat this high-flying Bengals offense when Joe Burrow drops 480 yards and 4 touchdowns. I don't think he's going to be able to do all that against a stingy Browns defense, but I just think that the Bengals are the better team at this point in the season. Burrow is a hell of a lot better than Jacoby Brissett. So with all that being said, give me the Bengals -3 there. Thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as sharing your predictions in the comments down below.